So today I wanted to talk about customizing your wig. So this just means after you purchase your wig, it's not going to be like a perfect natural fit. So there's some things that you can do to make it look more believable. I purchased, my most recent one is a lace front wig from Isis Hair in wine black. So I will leave the specs for this below. So I have not even taken the tag off of this yet. Stocking cap. Yeah. Okay, so check the fit, check the lineup, pull the lace forward, and just sort of see. So try to line up the ear flaps so that you have it in the right spot. This is quite a deep side part. Okay, so the first thing I'm doing is trying this on and looking at the hairline to see if I need to make any alterations to it as far as my natural hairline. And I actually do not. This is actually, and usually they're a pretty good fit if I just cut right along the lace. Now I know a lot of people try to do ombre wigs if you have dark hair. Like my blonde one, it's one of my favorites, and it has dark roots. That way, if any of my hair does peek out, it still looks somewhat natural because the roots are black / dark brown. Okay, so I really like this. I like the fit, the color, everything, you know, feels good. So I'm going to take it off, and I would like you to meet my friend, Betty. She makes me look less pale. Takes a lot. All right, so I purchased her at Sally Beauty Supply. You can obviously get, and it's on a tripod, but you can like put it on a chair, whatever. This is just, I set my camera on something, so I don't use the tripod for my camera. I didn't buy one particularly for this. It just happens to work. So now I'm gonna pull the hair back away from the hairline and the lace and put it in a ponytail. I know I look super attractive right now, don't I? Just so I can cut right next to the lace, and I don't want to mistakenly cut out any of the hair. I did decide to, through Amazon, because I do everything through Amazon, purchase hairdresser scissors and shears, thinning shears. So these were a set and they were like 12 bucks. So I'll leave the link below. Because I just think it's better to use, even though I'm not a hairdresser, I'm not qualified to do anything. These are much better, sharper scissors to use for cutting the lace. These scissors are, because they're meant to be used on hair, are a lot better and a lot easier to use than just like regular kitchen scissors or craft scissors or whatever, you know, whatever else you might be using. And just starting at the one end, I'm going to cut the lace. And you can always go back a second time if you don't cut close enough and you want to make it more precise. You can always do like 2 different sweeps through. Okay, so just cutting right before the hair begins. Just cutting that lace off. Sorry, styrofoam makes a lot of noise. Okay, so here's the lace. So of course it's not perfect, so I'm gonna go back and be a little bit more precise with it. Okay, so I just went searching. I know I'm out of breath, I need to get into better shape. I just went searching for my wig brush and I could not find it. So next is to brush the wig. So obviously the current state of the hair is not very natural looking. So it's important to brush it through. So what I'm going to do is use a paddle brush. So if you have a wig brush, some of the more pricier wigs will send you a wig brush with it. But if you do not, a paddle brush will do. And what I recommend, because you don't want to, you know, like pull any of the hair out, is to start brushing. Let me see if I can do this. Is to start brushing from the bottom of the hair and then slowly work your way up. So this is gonna kind of break up the curls and make it look more natural. And it's also, this one doesn't really have any knots, but if it does, you're able to, you know, get them. So if you don't have a wig brush, you just have to be super gentle when you are going over like the wefts of hair, because you just don't want to get it caught and pull any of the hair out or ruin any of the lace. So, move aside, Betty. All right, so then we're gonna put this back on and just check it out. Which way is it going? Okay, find the ear flaps, and that's how you figure out where it goes. Okay, all right. So, I wish I had this much hair. I feel like I look like Ariel, except it's not like red, but you know what I mean, from Little Mermaid. I need to get out more, sorry. The hair has a much more natural, wavy look to it now that I've brushed it through. With a lot of the wigs that are in the price range that I purchase, you can't change the part. So I purposely purchased this one because it had a side part. I do not like myself with middle parts. If yours has lace, so I'll show you, I'll put this inside out. This one, we cannot change the part because it has the lace in the front, but then the lace only goes through for the actual part that has already been made. So we cannot switch this part. One of the things that you might notice about your wig that gives away the fact that it is not your natural hair is the part. So our natural parts are a little bit thicker, and the hair is like so dense that it doesn't really show much of a part. So the next step that I recommend to make a wig look more natural is to pluck some of the hair. What I'm gonna do is, using a pair of tweezers, I'm going to pluck one hair at a time. You will notice that they are usually in single or double sort of spots, and I'm just going to thicken up the part a little bit just to make it a little bit more natural looking, so that it has, you know, the illusion of a regular part. Okay, so like theoretically. So here is the part. So I'm just pulling it apart and grabbing a piece and plucking it out, and then I have a trash bag right below me. Put concealer on it. Okay, so you can put concealer on the part that you see as well as the underside. I'm gonna use a cream shadow brush. I just need something that's kind of got like a tip to it, so an angle brush would obviously be ideal. Okay, so first I'm gonna do the underside. So I'm just putting concealer right along the part, so trying to get it to match my skin tone. So it already shows that lightness from having the concealer on the underside of it. So I'm just gonna put this right here. And if you get it in the hair, that's okay. You can just sort of smudge it away. But this is just another step to sort of give you that realistic part line. So I'm gonna smudge it a little bit with my fingers, and then I can go through very gently with the brush. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that these tips for customizing your wig and just really making it work for you are helpful and useful to you. So please ask me any questions and make requests for future videos, and I will do my best. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.